Hello. So we're getting back into the draft for game two. Um, Shortly, we've got second pick for Beaver, Revolucion, and Radiant from God Kings. So basically the reverse of last game.
So what do you think each team is going to look to do differently this game?
Uh, I don't know. Like Ellie, like for God Kings, it's pretty difficult. I think for both teams, it's pretty difficult to like decide, right? Like because for most of that game, it felt like God Kings were probably pretty happy with how things were going, right? Until the end, where they lost the fight really badly.
So you reckon it's stuff that they need to work on sort of in practice rather than stuff you can fix with the draft or like in-game calls maybe?
A little bit, I
Just try and
think
call better.
it's a difficult one, I think, right? Like, it felt like that puck was not the pick, so maybe you change that. But otherwise, I don't know, maybe Nelson on a more traditional stunny hero might have been better than the Doom. Didn't feel like they made use of Doom super well.
Well, at the same time they first picked it, so the enemy team is drafting every single hero other than the Underlord based around the Doom. So they're not going to pick anything which is like if he gets doomed, that hero is useless.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, for Daya, I think they were pretty happy with like the heroes, just like the lanes are hard for them. Maybe that's just something that they don't have an easy fix for. Just on player skill, maybe they're gonna struggle a little bit.
Well, they kind of put a lot of their eggs into the Stephen Mike basket, don't they? So
Yeah, which I think is probably what they're planning to do, right? So
they probably accept that the other two lanes won't always go in their favor. But Stephen, I'm sure will be confident that with the kind of start that you can get with Mike in lane, he will be a threat in mid and late game pretty consistently. So I guess that's kind of their game plan, and then anything they get from their off lane, and
5
Cribs
seconds.
had some outstanding
Radiant's
performances
banned.
in season
Dire's
18-1
banned.
and in game 1 as well. So
yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Like they didn't. They just, as you said in the game, like they just laid
Radiant's
Steven the
banned.
win condition. Sorry, they
mm,
made Quib the win condition, right? He got most of the kills towards the end. He did most of the. Felt like he did most of the burst damage in fights.
yeah. But I mean, if you see that go later, then the lifesteal starts building into damage
10 seconds
and
to
takes
go.
over as like the main core, I think.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I think God
5
Kings didn't really have
seconds.
a secondary core to help on damage, right? You got Puck that can control mostly. Doom is the way that it's being played there was seemed more to be focused on controlling someone.
Yeah.
And I don't think Lynx can do that alone against all that
Dire's banned.
tankiness. See the first deviation ban the Quibber
Radiant's
and
pick.
Ranger. The Doom ban comes out. So maybe now we see the Nelson Underlord.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I don't know. I
I
mean,
mean,
I know he's been.
they've left the Chen in again, and unless Mike's
10
bored
seconds
of
to
it,
go.
I don't see why he wouldn't just pick it again.
5 seconds.
I would have thought he would just pick it. Don't know what Nelson's been practicing too much. I played Mars with him yesterday, but he seemed to. I don't think he felt like he was at a point that he was comfortable enough on Mars to pick it in IDL quite yet.
Yeah.
Um,
So Nelson
Dire's pick.
is the Underlord, but Nelson generally he played a lot of off lane when it was you know the suicide lane, and he would have to go and like cheese XP literally any way that you possibly could.
10 seconds to go.
So I feel like he hasn't
5
quite
seconds.
adapted to the dual lane meta. part of that is the standard in the league's gone up as well. But yeah, his solo off lane was always sort of, he was playing stuff like Brewmaster, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
It-
I'm kind of surprised like he's not gone back to like Furion at all, right? Because when he was in Canada playing on ping, that seemed to be hero he was
yeah,
playing quite a bit.
you can play as a 3 as well.
Radiant's pick.
Maybe
Yeah.
it just it doesn't give him what he wants. Because I think you kind of build damage regardless on Viren, right? You can always build the right click.
I mean, like,
one
yeah,
way or
you can
another.
go mech early on and to right click, or you can do whatever, right? Like, the hero is so flexible. If you
10
need a
seconds to
thing,
go.
you can make it before you turn into a right click core.
5
Essentially,
seconds.
if they want to play something like Puck, maybe that's more what they want from their +3.
Yeah, maybe. That might have made more sense, yeah, in the last game.
Yeah, I think it's
Dire's
such a
pick.
strong like laner as well. Like if you go to Gorgsy's Twitch clip repertoire, there's probably 3 million of him just whining about Furion. Ollie
Go for
Tusk.
Tusk. So is that a 4
10 seconds
Tusk?
to
That
go.
Underlord Tusk lane looks abusable.
5 seconds.
I don't think that Nick will be playing 5, so I assume it's an Ollie 5 Tusk. I mean, they did
Okay.
the 5 Earthshaker in the first version of this season, right? So
Yeah. I guess given Ellie generally prefers ranged carries, I guess that's okay.
yeah,
I can make it work.
outside of like
Radiant's
PL, right, which you
banned.
think that they'll ban
Yeah.
it.
Queen of pain.
As the Quap, right? So Nathan was originally theorycrafting, oh, my answer to Quap is going to be Puck. And he did okay for the first half an hour of the first game, but I'd be impressed if he has the balls to back himself after what happened later on. Jakiro maintaining its 100% pick
Okay.
ban streak.
It's a gone.
I wonder if I can't remember if I put Jakiro for most picked or most banned. I think I might have put it for
Radiant's
most picked,
banned.
and that might end up biting me. A Puck ban. So, okay. Quib maybe asking for some of these bans to be used on the mid lane matchup. What else?
Yeah, I mean, it
10
makes sense,
seconds
like,
to
because
go.
the reason why the last pick in the first phase
5
is strong is
seconds.
you have 3 bans to protect it. So
Yeah.
using 1, 2, 3 of those to make
Dire's
sure the
banned.
Quap doesn't have anything too
Radiant's
nasty to deal with in lane. Yeah, they're picking out stuff that can dodge the dagger. So
Yeah.
trying to make sure Quap has a strong lane.
They gonna ban DK or Conquer though, because both of those have 0 issue with Quap, I think. You play them, right?
10 seconds to go.
I wouldn't say they have 0 issue.
5
Obviously,
seconds.
there's the kill threat from Conquer on the Quap, because if you're confident with your X combos, you can do a lot of burst damage, and like 1 rotation and she can die. But
Dire's ban. Dire's
like
pick.
she can, if you don't hit your Tidebringers to like keep her health down, then she can really get aggressive in that lane, I think.
Yeah. I mean, when I played it last season against Carl, and it felt pretty free as Conquer. Like I died to a
10
rotation when
seconds
I
to go.
was forgetting I could XTP to base essentially to heal up,
5
so I just
seconds.
died. But then I could have solo killed him twice as soon as, like the first time as soon as I got 6, and the second time I did.
Yeah.
If I just sticked, he would have died twice. Just no recourse. It felt pretty. And Dagger, like I didn't care about Dagger at all, which is like normally what you need to do, right? I don't know what else Nathan plays. Like DK seems like the more obvious choice, but I think he was saying that he didn't. He was when he was chatting to me. He said he wasn't confident about playing DK against Steven's team. Oh,
Tree boy. That's exciting.
I mean, we've gone from a lot of damage on supports to 0. It's my only concern, right? They've changed a
Yeah.
lot, and on the flip
10
side, the Radiant
seconds
have
to
gone
go.
from not a great aura builder to Underlord. So you're gonna
5
need
seconds.
something presumably like
Dire pick.
Terrorblade.
Oh god, if
for
this is a
Steven.
5 tusk with the Spectre, that lane is gonna be so rough for Spectre.
I mean, you can't play double melee into tree, right?
No, not remotely.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Like when you get double melee as a treant, you just start giggling because you're gonna get like 5 kills out of lane.
Yeah. This means Nathan also sort of another melee hero, not what you want into Treant. Either.
Indeed. But yeah, I do think Dire might have some damage issues, especially with the Slardar.
Yeah, I mean, I know
They've
Steven
got-
wants the last pick here, but they've shown. I guess you can't really pick Terrorblade, right? To Underlord.
No, I don't think you kind of
10
can
seconds to go.
in the way that you can just meta
5
to level
seconds.
2, then sort of try and sap level 3, meta again, and then leave.
Yeah.
And jungle. That's not too bad.
Radiant's ban.
But yeah, I don't like the Dire. The fact that the Dire need all of their damage coming from the Quap and the Steven's hero, unless Slardar just has like a god game. Which, I mean, if it's Slardar Treant into Spectre Tusk, then that's entirely possible.
Yeah. That,
10
I mean,
seconds to go.
you can't put Spectre Tusk
5
into
seconds.
Slardar Tree, can you? There's just
No,
they've got
there's
to
just
know
no
that
way.
that's just a bad idea.
Dire's ban.
The Life Stealer is good against Spectre. I
Radiant's
sort of feel
ban.
like it must be. I would ban Terrorblade just because Terrorblade Tree is one of those kind of combos that's sort of been pretty strong recently in the pro scene. Nathan like whines every time somebody picks Tree and Protector. It's like it's so boring. They just
seconds to
defend
go.
towers and then win the game with Terrorblade.
5 seconds.
But yeah, the lane is tough, so you're going to be juggling pretty early. I
Yeah.
don't think the Spectre
Dire's
matchup is
ban.
amazing. They go for the Weaver ban.
It's not amazing though.
I guess the Weaver would give them a lot of minus armor, right?
It would, yeah. But I mean, if they need giga damage out of their
10
one,
seconds
then
to go.
Terrorblade is one of those heroes that does giga damage.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean they can't PL because like this Underlord pick's like really annoying.
Yeah, it's hard to know
Radiant's
what to do
pick.
there.
I feel like it has to be like you also need someone to kill the egg, and at the moment none of the heroes do anything to the egg.
Yeah.
Like Quap sort of can, but you have to blink forward, which sounds a good way to die against Underlord Tusk.
They can't Slark
Can they not?
just because I
10
know I don't.
seconds to go.
It just doesn't do enough damage. Like I feel like if
5
God
seconds.
Kings go either 5-man or like 4+1 with the Spectre split pushing, then the Slark can't fight.
Can the Slight pick off the Spectre though? I mean,
No.
you sort of want a break blade builder. I'm gonna try and talk you into why Slight might be okay.
Okay.
The Slight builds the break blade. I think its matchup 1v1 against Spectre isn't that bad because Essence Shift is very strong. It lanes into Underlord fine. The one thing it doesn't do is kill Phoenix Egg, but I don't know how you pick something that solves all the other problems. Juggernaut or Troll is in the
Yeah,
chat.
I was thinking Jug.
Jug's pretty good. Depends what Nathan picks here, right?
I kind of think you'd go Jug and you do the magic damage build, with the argument being that you're already going to do physical damage without items because of amp damage. So if you get like Rady E-Blade, like you can play. I think the tempo of that is a lot faster than going right click on Jug, and I think they want tempo.
Viper the choice. Not what I was expecting. Gonna admit. They're gonna run mid Tusk, support Viper. Betas the whole time.
I mean,
10 seconds.
it'd probably
to
make
go.
their lanes better.
5 seconds.
Tusk can dodge Quap Dagger, so there's that.
I think the cooldowns on those spells might not quite line up in his favor.
Probably not.
Well, Alchemist.
Teams all
All
set.
right, yeah, that makes
Time
sense.
to pick some of these folks.
So it's not like giga damage immediately, but it's like giga damage eventually.
Yeah, I think your other lanes have to not be disasters. Alchemist onto Underlord Tusk.
I think their other lanes are so good that they can get away with this.
Yeah, I think Quap into Viper's actually fine for Viper. Because you have long enough range to make her life miserable.
Yeah, I think that kind of seems like a farm trade to me.
Yeah. Then we thought similarly of the Puck Windrunner lane, and Puck dominated that pretty hard. I think the Chen Alchemist is one of those cheeses, right? With the heal increasing aura. Ellie's gonna have to jump on the Chen at the start of the fights, I think. I
So,
also don't think Alchemist needs to build break, is one of the differences to many heroes.
Nathan just sent me a message saying he asked Rasmus last night what fucks a Quap in lane, and Viper was the answer that he gave. So
Okay.
Chessie endorsed pick here.
Indeed.
We'll see how it goes.
So let's
Everybody get
have a look.
set.
We got what lanes have we got from Radiant? It looks like they're sending Spectre Phoenix off lane to dodge the Spectre into the tree. But my concern that is, right, you're giving this Alchemist a better time. I would have thought, I mean,
Are you though? Because Alchemist is lane swapping as well by the looks of it.
I mean, maybe they did this last game. This is so like when I played against teams I expected to smoke, I was like 4 people stand at all the entrances to the triangle, and they should be able to get us. So whether that happens here or not, I don't know.
They're a bit spread to be covering a smoke though.
Yeah. Well, they also have Divine Favor. So last game they just sent Alchemist here to try and secure these runes, and then just summon them top without using the TP.
Makes sense.
Then you can swap lanes if you want. And they should secure 2 runes and maybe get first blood. Quap.
Yeah, I reckon they're saying, right, let's just... We may not get 3, but let's make sure we get 2.
Mike's going to try and steal this rune. Ellie.
He's not going to do it. Yeah. Forces out some mana usage with the Spectral Dagger though, so...
Yeah. He's going to regen that health a little bit quicker. And here's the Alchemist.
So from Dire's perspective, they still have the Treant into a dual melee lane, so they're still happy. But yeah, I think this is the best way they can lane it in terms of actually getting Ellie a game, because I don't think she would have a game laning into this Dire off lane.
I think like Underlord is, yeah, he's a melee hero, but his way of playing lanes is not so much focused around it, right? Treant and Tusk are in a bit of a fight. Treant comes off better because he has 2 million damage. He has more damage than Tusk with tag team. So.
Give him the clicks.
Mid lane, Nathan's 4 for 2 on the first wave. He did this last game. Like the first waves, he's very strong and just zoning the Quap entirely. Top lane, I think I can't help but feel Alchemist will free farm and Ellie may as well, but not sure that's the trade that benefits you that much. I don't know how good this Phoenix hero is against Alchemist now. Like, Sunray is a stupid button, just full stop. but I don't know if it
Yeah.
outdoes Alchemist's healing, to be honest. He heals so much. Keeps
You got
looking
the
for
basic
those.
dispel on the chemical rage still, haven't you? So
Yeah, you do.
if you get fire spirited, you can just pop that and get rid. Nelson's getting to it with the Crowning Blade in bot lane. Not many trees left there.
Yeah.
He's kiting an entire creep wave for some reason.
I think because he was fighting and just like aggroed him and he's just taking them. It's probably going to be good for him. He's going to get a nice bit of XP.
Well, I was thinking if I was Bagels, I'd be like, bring my creeps back, dude.
And it's pushing to you anyway, right? So you're kind of okay with it. Doubled up.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got the stupid Hill Troll Priest for Mike as well. Just make sure Steven is permanently full mana and health.
Nathan's having a great time mid, by the way. Currently 14 and 7, plays 2 and 2.
Whoa. Okay, I don't think it's meant to be that good. Like Quap has.
Turns out Chessie knows a thing or two about data. Everyone heard it here first.
I just was like, well, I mean, Quap has like good enough damage, right? Level 1. Wouldn't have thought you'd lose that hard that early, but like, yeah. Now Nathan's got 2 Wraith Bands and a level advantage and 2 points in corrosive skin. Quap's like just daggered and screened him and tried to trade a little bit and is basically dead. 17-11. Flip side is Alchemist is having the time of his life. Spectre is struggling a little bit, not too bad. Slardar
This
is
12
having
and
a
1
worse time.
is like honestly 9 more creeps than should have bot. So
The Radiant's courier.
Yeah,
didn't
probably.
make it.
Classic
on
Keats
courier
career.
duty again.
Yeah. He might. He doesn't want to chase Ellie out. I think he could just chase him down there.
There's a creep wave coming. He doesn't want to chase too long.
Yeah, that's fair. Why don't just like take it for a walk again?
Certainly could. This is really good for Keats because his Slardar is able to just farm next to his tower. It's pretty happy.
Yeah,
But
he's not
I
having
mean,
a
it's
great
not really
time.
pressuring the Underlord, is it? Which I don't know how they do.
I mean,
I think they've missed the window.
I think Slardar should have been able to do it like level 2, right? I think that's when their lane is strongest. And
Yeah.
the Underlord's still kind of not.
Close, but not quite.
Like Quib's doing a really good job of blocking, so it's on his high ground. But like Nathan just walks to the creep wave because he has no fear of anything that this Quap can do. And Quap's just
Yeah, you can
gone
just stand
back
high
to
ground.
get a salve out.
So Nathan still has a shared tango. I don't know if that means he's literally used no more than one tango of regen.
I think it might
But I
do.
could believe it.
Maybe he used the salve as well.
Maybe.
Ellie DCing up top in
Oh, steady.
quite a bit of danger.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't get into a bad spot because of the DC. That'd be unfortunate. So yeah, I think kind of the Dire offlane have slightly missed their timing to bully the Underlord. I think the Underlord now with 2 points in both the Firestorm and Atrophiora is just going to be able to stand in lane regardless. So I think what that should mean for Radiant is that Tusk is released to go and rotate a bit, because like if he goes and rotates mid, Crop should just die or be forced to blink out at the very least.
I mean, do you even need? I don't think they need help, Quap. I don't think you really worry about it. You just, I think the top lane has got to be your focus, right? You send Tusk there and you play 3v2. I guess the worry is the tree comes and then you're in danger.
Yeah, you generally don't want to bring extra heroes to your carries lane. You want to pull heroes away from it if you can. And I guess trying to make Quib as miserable as possible so that he needs like Mike to come and sit behind him or something might be the play. Like they could do something like Nathan just goes and hits the Quap over and over and over, forces it to blink back, and Ollie's standing behind the tower and just beats the crap out of her.
Yeah. I think it's gonna, like, you don't even want to, if you pull your Phoenix and the Chen away from Spectre's lane, she's still gonna get beaten by this Alchemist at this point, I think. It's kind of difficult. You kind of, now what you need to do, right, is Nathan to get whatever he wants from mid lane, maybe treads, and then give your Spectre a safe-ish time mid, so she can catch up.
Yeah, that's actually probably a better shout, isn't it? Because
'Cause-
you can't leave this Alchemist to get free farm like he is right now.
Yeah.
And Viper can definitely push him out of lane. I mean, you saw like in the game we played against Andy's team.
Yeah, my
Like
team.
your team. We pressured the hell out of him in lane. Like I've never seen a more shutdown Alchemist, and he still came back and was relevant and almost won the game.
Yeah.
And that's an Alchemist shut down. So
Yeah. He had the bounty gold as well, though, to be fair, after a couple of fights.
yeah, that's true.
All right,
But I
carry
think,
on.
yeah, Ellie is still...
Ellie? Oh,
Uh-oh.
Row.
I don't
Which
know.
was apparently fucked.
That's going to be an unfortunate way for a series to end.
Sucks. Coming back into game, let's
Let's see.
cross our fingers for Ellie, so we get a game 2 here.
Yeah, I thought this game was looking pretty interesting. Like, Alchemist may end up of the God King variety, but the Viper was pretty big. I think Viper's okay against Alchemist as a somewhat counter, right? Yes, the break isn't good, but I think the ult's very strong. Make it difficult
Ult's
to
good.
fight.
The 70 damage talent at 20 enables you to kill the Alk.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you build the right click Viper, you can definitely go toe to toe with an Alk.
What's with all the scribbling?
At least to some extent.
Yeah, I think you're ever gonna like solo him, but like with some help from the Tusk and the Phoenix and stuff, I think you could definitely give him cause for concern, especially if his co-op is as shut down as currently is. Hopefully, Ellie is back.
Speaking of Tusk, is Tusk dead?
I mean, he's on full health. Slidar's used his spells, doesn't have bash. Oh, the tree slow is coming out, so
In 2 hits, the tree slows on top of him. Keeps his
yes.
hasted.
Slidar is facing away. Underlord, he doesn't have anything.
Underlord
Literally
no
nothing.
mana. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they could just kill Tusk. I don't know if they will, but I think they could just do it.
I mean, I think Ellie and Nick are currently probably more in danger, but I will keep an eye on Tusk's health bar if we do get an unpause.
I think Nick's okay. Ellie may have been standing in acid spray a little too long, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, the last unpause she basically got stood in acid spray and got hit twice.
Yeah, hopefully, well, it'll be the honourable thing to let her walk out, but I don't know. I wouldn't expect the team to do it. Yeah, at least just still.
Steven
not moving.
cancelled the attack.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Just disconnects as soon as the game unpauses.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've disengaged from the Tusk bot, so Bagels didn't fancy.
I think. I don't know how long's left on this acid spray, but I imagine even without assistance, Ellie may end up dying.
Yep.
Be a bit of an anticlimax if this is how it ends.
Yeah.
Just checking in on some pro notes on the other screen while we have this pause. RV Virtus Pro playing at the moment. It's like a pretty high kill game. 24 kills at 18 minutes, not too bad. Definitely been a few slower games than that today.
Game 1, Game 1, Quib.
I think that's
Accurate answer.
I think that's unfair on Keats, to be honest.
That's true. Keats did come up big for his team.
How long does Dota take to install? Scratch.
Depends. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Eddie's computer, but it does not seem to be healthy in general, and particularly now.
Okay.
Not having a good time, so.
The time draws nigh.
Time draws nigh indeed.
Worst thing about Monday is all the bugs in your code that you left at the end of last week. You have to go back to fix. To work out how to make stuff 100 times faster. It's going to be a bit of a challenge.
Just delete the 100 print lines.
Yeah. If only there were 100 print lines.
So you need to tactically add time.sleeps and format.printlines to your code, and then you can go back in and be like, oh, I've done some performance.
I'd have to add it to the code that I'm comparing against.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Fortunately,
What do you
somebody
think?
else could verify that I cheated that a little bit easily. Excuse me.
Can I get a pause timer check, please, casters? I don't know. I don't have a watch.
We're not admins. I'm not an admin. Let's rephrase that.
Assuming. Oh, that was the stat came up.
Yeah, there's one before telling us about what Dota Plus thought of this game's win percentages. One team has a Spectre, therefore they're going to win.
Pi, I don't have one job. I have like 5, mate. So give me a break.
Got all these people in chat being like, where's the pause timers? What are you doing? You just sat watching.
Yeah, get your bloody phones out and click start timer. See how easy it is. That was a bad example.
Pop-ups need to stay a little bit longer. I
Yeah,
don't know how
they
easy it is
jumped off.
to do that. Oh no, yeah, you can just set duration.
It's been about 2 years according to my lack of patience. That feels roughly accurate, yeah.
Can I have HTML? Can I color them? How do I do colored HTML text? There we go. Let's try this. Google it off the internet. Red paragraph text. It's not red. Press it. There we go. Disappointed that I can't color the text. I don't know, like HFN in Crazy, or subbing of Crazy, has somehow managed to get colored text.
Oh, that's exciting.
Like just everything that he writes has colored text. So he must have something in in his username that makes it do color. But so another minute and a half, roughly.
Yeah. Don't worry, Pi, everyone knows you're the chief Borsak.
Is it Borsak in Glasgow? Or where's Pie? Pie's from Glasgow, right? I thought it was Borbag.
Yeah, I'd expected Borbag. It doesn't end in a forfeit, but they will have to continue the game with 4 players. So they could forfeit, but it's not an automatic forfeit.
Being all nice to people, and I'm like, I just want to go to sleep, mate. I guess it's not a Connor team, so the series will probably end sometime tonight. I was disappointed. I've got a lot of faith in Connor's team for the longest average game length.
Oh yeah, I picked them as well. That
I was very
like
disappointed.
The one thing I was guaranteed.
Yeah, I was very disappointed that one of their games ended in 40 minutes. What is this? Only like a 55-minute average series or something. It's not good enough. 50 average, Christ. You were casting that one, weren't you? I think.
Yeah. That was a really good game, actually. How sweaty try hard are we? Really sweaty.
Who is
Dripping.
that?
Dripping, mate. I'm fucking hairy as well.
Oh, Ellie back in Dota. Let's see.
Cross all your fingers, everyone.
Quick look at the net worth while we're, towards the end of our 10 minutes of pause time where we've done nothing. The gods have a 220 gold lead and a 380 experience lead. So basically it's close. It's been so long, I forgot what's happening. Right, so mid lane, Viper is destroying. Bot lane's
crushing it. Alka's crushing it.
Bot
Eddie's
lane's
dead.
pretty even.
Bot lane should have gone better for Dire.
Yeah.
But it's now flying for Radiant, which frees up Tusk, and we'll see if he does anything with it.
Yeah.
Quick summary.
So the big question is, will Nick deviate and take Sunray early on? Will he do his classic, ignore Sunray? I think he likes the mobility and damage that's like easy to hit on Gross Dive, but I think he's going to need that healing for his Spectre later on. Well, pretty early on this game. And the damage against Alk is so much, right? It's like, what, 2%? 2.5%? No. Max of 6% of max health per second or something? So it really adds up if you can channel along with them. It's half of someone's health or something, I think. Let's check the wiki.
I've added a spam line in chat if anyone wants to help Ellie out.
Oh, it starts at 6.75%. For every
All right, everyone, cross your
fucking
fingers.
Sunray does stupid damage. That's all that I can tell you. If you want to know more, go to the wiki. Fingers crossed though. Is Ellie back? I'm pausing. Looks.
It's worked, chat. It's worked.
She is probably still dead. She salves to live, but Steven just doesn't kill. Does break the salve, but
Does Phoenix have a salve? No.
64. Is that an IDL or is that just all around, Alex? Is that every? Is that from Dota buff? What percentage of Phoenix players don't take a point in Sunrise by level 4? Can you get us that answer?
Or lovely little small camp stack here that Steven's going to farm up.
What?
First blood bottom. Keats goes down.
I was not expecting them to get a kill there. Steven is a rich lad after that though. And bounty runes. What happened for the first set of bounty runes? I have like 1, 2, 3 for the Dire. So that's pretty big. It's a lot of gold on this Alchemist.
Apparently Nathan put shared unit control on Ellie so he could micro her hero out in case she didn't reconnect, but it looks like she is back in now.
That's good.
The dicks worked! Well done everyone. I have an impression coming into the unlock, but he's just too tanky at this stage.
So he got an urn. He's going the vessel. And he's not
It's
that.
just the 2 points in atrophy aura.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not like tanky in any way other than. Actually, I mean, Urn has like pretty good stats.
Yeah, I really
Go
like
on
Urn.
him again. He's
Nicholas needs to be careful. Oh, those shards. Keats gonna get the kill. That's surprising, to be honest. He's gonna die for it, but I think that's
First
very
point
much
at
worth
level 11 has the highest win rate. Well, Nick's validated then.
it. Wow. There you go. The stats bear it out.
Can't argue with the stats for sure. Nathan is pressure in the mid tier 1. Steven has a drum at least done, maybe treads as well. Yeah, treads drum. 7 minutes. TP from tree to top lane.
Because not really needed. This lane's already going very well for them.
Yeah. Bot lane is.
Unless they might be intending for AUK to leave the lane soon, so it might make sense if they want to get
Or
Trace
maybe
and
Chen
levels.
wants to go jungle or something. Or go stack, or...
Maybe.
There's a TP from Tusk now, so...
Responded in kind.
I mean, Underlord is pretty far ahead now. Nathan gonna try and
Nick.
dive? No.
Nick out CSing Steven. Well, he might be in a little over his head here.
A little bit.
Talk about overreacting.
Steven with the kill. It's gonna be big. He says he's got a similar CS to Nathan. And Quib
Quib's
comes on
here.
top with the ulti available.
Not going to be enough to kill, doesn't drop it. Interesting that Steven didn't take Chemical Rage at 6. I thought you
Did he
still
not?
wanted it at 6.
I mean,
because
normally I think
re-
you do, right? But if he's just sat in the lane with a tree healing him and a Chen, maybe he's like, I'll just take the extra gold for a little bit.
I guess so.
But I don't know if it's like, because then you're not taking acid spray at 7. That sounds.
Oh, this small camp stack again is going to be all of it low. Oh, Steven! What are you doing?
Getting out CS by the tree.
He's losing to the tree.
He also acid sprayed just here for reasons unclear.
Oh, Steven.
Ethan
What's
took
going on there,
mid
mate?
tier 1. There is a rotation from the Slardar who has a Hand of Midas that has not been used.
This is a slow Slardar with no boots and 1 point in Guardian Sprint, and not in the river.
Yeah. Was that an ambitious attempt? Just
This Midas is so greedy.
it just can't be
It's so
the play,
greedy.
right?
Yeah.
And now he's dead.
I mean, his corpse had such a rough lane, and they need to like exert some pressure somewhere so that Alk doesn't get run at.
2 for 2 bounties again.
Midas is not the thing to do it.
Assume channel get, yeah. I get a kill on this Phoenix. Phoenix has dive, so it can just dive away. Probably should do.
So on the plus side, for the Midas, like you don't have a way of farming on Slardar, so picking up a Midas does mean that you'll get items.
No, Chen's army and Chen. Is that hasted? Oh, I thought Nathan had haste. That's a vessel with charges. I see. The reason you don't take ult is so when they buy a vessel, it doesn't affect your ultimate.
Yeah, that's it. Big brain plays.
Big brain plays. Brought 4 heroes top. I think Ellie probably wants to go back to the jungle or something, right? Or
Steven got unlucky with the creeps like running into each other's asses though. He was going to get a triple Legion camp stack.
Yeah, he's... I mean, he's just got no interest in fighting is all this skill builders, right? I want
No, not at all.
my 13-minute Radiance probably. Then I'm going to fub a BKB and then I'm going to win the game. What is Nathan building? He's building Orchid. It's going to be a tight timing if Steven does rush the BKB. May not have
run
much
out now
time
by Nelson. He wants those little creeps so much.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the scary thing about not having the ult, right? Is if they run at you.
Yeah.
You're relying on the tree who has only 1 point in living armor to heal you. And yeah, Ellie's now made this rotation mid like we suggested during the pause, I think. Or before the pause, I can't remember what day that was.
She's got max spectral dagger, so she can jungle reasonably quickly. Got the drum as well.
Yeah.
So her game's starting to take shape, which is good.
Let's get onto these net worths. She's actually like ahead of both the Slardar and the Quap, so like in spite of the difficult lane, she's doing pretty well. Nelson looks like he's probably gonna go down here. Got the deny, Nick.
Oh, he was. I think deny would have been.
That's a level 10 Viper Geeks. I don't think that's the fight that you thought it might have been.
I think he's dead. Yeah.
The Nicaros dive doesn't get stomped. I think Mike might be okay, but they want this
So
ice armor.
the problem for Die right now is that if you look at the net worth, obviously Steven's doing fine. Slardar looks like he's doing fine. Crop is having a really bad time, but then you have to subtract the Midas gold from Slardar's net worth because it doesn't really do anything, and then it starts looking very scary.
Steven earned now. They have Horn available and they have Egg as well. Just getting gone up. This is very deep. They're usually a second
Ellie was
try.
like, wait, I should be farming, and immediately books it towards the jungle.
Yeah. That's all their vessel charges used, so they need another kill now. Yeah, Alk had to use his dispel to get out the pit, so then he didn't have it for the vessel.
Radiant stun, 30 minutes, 40 seconds.
Nathan's trying to get rooted. I actually just die here.
Nathan should just stand and deliver here. He's not getting out. Just needs to do as much damage as he can.
Tree down.
Ellie can get a bunch of kills here.
Oh, doesn't quite get the co-op. Gets Mike. They, Alchemist as well. Ellie's coming back in. The vessel charge is going out. Steven goes down. The Slardar's running away. They did get the tusk during that as well, but like, I mean, Alchemist doesn't really get to die very many times in a game of Dota, does he? Before it starts becoming a problem. And that was like, Spectre got one of those kills, 2 assists.
Yeah, this is a really good recovery by Ellie.
Yeah. She's basically like 600 off the the Yasha, sorry, now with the drum as well. Like she's sort of ready to fight somewhat, and yeah, like Slardar also making drums, which is fine, but it's a long time before he's going to have like the Blink Dagger initiation or say like counter initiation. I think they're going to need for this Viper. They did kill the Viper though, which is good news. He is the second biggest hero in the game.
They sort of killed themselves on him though.
Yeah. And he's not even like got any defensive items yet. Like if he had, let's say like when he had a pike and you can't do that play, it could be a difficult ask to kill this Viper. Assume 2 for 2 bounties for this third time in a row, I think. So that's okay. But Steven's farm should like snowball pretty quick.
Steven has definitely noted what Nathan is building into, because he has the BKB queued up immediately rather than going for AC or Manta first.
Yeah. But like Quib is making an Orchid still, and I don't think that he's gonna really get to do that. I don't know how he's gonna play Dota into Pit of Malice, into Orchid on the enemy team, unless his plan is to try and stop the Phoenix. But the fight going down below in this bottom tier 1 tower, they kill the Overlord instantly. Phoenix is in, doesn't have mana for egg, also has a Midas, so I guess that makes it somewhat even. But they do get a kill.
Slardar and Alchemist for Underlord.
Oh, they kill
Definitely
Alchemist.
take that.
Well, Nathan just come and kill Alchemist into 4 heroes. I didn't see where Alchemist died. Just to the Viper? I was watching the fight further back. Alk ran at Nathan.
I too did not see what happened. Alk ran at Nathan and then got Viper struck, according to Carl.
Yeah, I mean that sounds about about how I'd expect that to go. Quib has a blink, so it won't die here, but Nathan's got an Orchid now. And they don't have the defensive items on any of their heroes. I mean, Alchemist will have the defensive item in 18 minutes, probably, if he doesn't die again. But, I mean, it doesn't help him against Viper Strike. So he's quite kiteable in these fights. Ellie has the Yasha, gonna have, you know, Manta's still a fair bit away, but with the Viper having this good of a start, I don't think it's too important. So they're setting up, they're just keeping the pressure on, they're going for this mid tier 2 with the catapult. They're just feeling like Nathan is invincible. Which he's not, but he can't be too far away. Wall gets bashed.
He doesn't, he
Viper's
looks
just
pretty
gonna
invincible
die.
right now. That was
Just
a very,
way too far up. Not respecting the minus armor.
very aggressive positioning, wasn't it? Like he was going to start tanking tower because the creeps were dead, and just, yeah, didn't expect that level of damage output from the Slardar. He's bought a second drum on Dire.
Yeah, I think that's fairly standard at the moment. Like, if you're a hero that's good with drum, you buy drum because the stats are good, and the usage is just like, yeah, if you double use it at the same time, it sucks, but it only lasts 6 seconds, so the chance is pretty low, I think.
I saw BSJ playing offlane. Offlane Legion, and he both bought one drum and then bought another one and sold the first one when he ran out of charges.
Oh, he sold it. I'd seen like just keeping 2 drums until you run out of item slots being a bit of a thing. I don't know if it's going to stay. I hope it doesn't, because like stacking drums sounds pretty stupid, but I think drum probably will get weakened slightly at some point in the near future. Nathan gonna die again. Oh, big egg!
Lovely egg. They need to stop people hitting it though, and they're not going to manage to do that.
Manage to do that, but they're all so low.
So many low.
Nathan might just die though. He still has no defensive item.
Getting run at by the Alchemist. There's nothing his team can do to...
They didn't kill anyone? Like, they just killed the Slardar.
Killed the Slardar with the Orchid and that was it.
Yeah. Like, Nathan's making this BKB, which is fine, but I think he also Like, I don't mind upgrading this lance into a pike. The way that they're just trying to run at you. Like,
BKB enables him to just stand and deliver and not care, whereas Pike means that you have
I mean,
Pike
somewhat,
out
right?
and
Slider still
Radiant's gone and fortified.
makes your life hard. I guess if you're stood in a puddle, it's fine, but
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
yeah.
this game's kind of like snowballing now a little bit towards the Dire. Steven caught behind the tower. He has his ulti, so he should be okay. Maybe just really not. Oh, he has the essence ring.
The essence ring making him.
What happened
big
to the
difference
vessel
there.
charge? Did they use it just before he popped ult? I think they must have done. They're probably going to be able to kill Keats.
I still have one.
Yeah, he was on cooldown though. I think he'd used it just before the ult got popped.
Well, maybe.
Steven has the BKB now as well. He used the BKB in that previous fight.
He did. He used that to run down Nathan.
Nathan.
A soldier's fortune.
I think on Radiant, like, you've got to now decide what your fights are looking like, and it is, I think you have to Viper strike the Alchemist, and your Underlord needs to be at the front, not your Viper.
I think Viper, as long as Viper's got a pit in the right place, then Viper can just stand and deliver with the BKB. Does need to actually farm it though. It appears they're trying to fight now. Which
Yeah.
I'm not entirely.
Phoenix just died in the
Quib
back.
just killed Phoenix. They lost the Tusk
Nathan's
as well.
dead as
Nathan's
well.
gonna die.
They're just forcing way too hard, like
They really are, and they don't need to.
Spect has ulti in 10. Wait for buttons. I don't know what happened to the Phoenix. They got orchid and died, I guess. But, like, you have no buckler, you have no armor item, there's a slider running down, and you have no saves on any of your heroes. Feels like you're trying to force too hard when Alchemist is at the strongest point in the game.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Because he's... If you don't just do this, right, this Alchemist is not relatively getting that much stronger compared to your heroes.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
But instead of which you've just
Have fun trying to
lost 2 fights in a row and you're going to be a long way ahead. And now the Slidar's ahead of you, Viper. The Quap's ahead of your Underlord. You kind of lost a lot of your opportunity.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged. Radiant's mid tower ain't doing
Well,
so good.
He's got away with the Midas, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Nick, maybe not so much.
I think the thing with Phoenix is you don't really need any items for your hero to work. So getting the Midas kind of makes sense because you just need points in your skills, right? You just need levels.
I mean, yes, but you're the POS 4, right? So also you need to be getting some of the utility your team needs, like when you need it, and the enemy team is an Alchemist lineup, so their peak is, let's say 5 minutes from now is when they're hoping to like really threaten you. Then if you don't have like, I mean, a Lotus Orb or like Shiva's is so good this game, right? Because of the Alchemist.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, I think if you don't build the Hand of Midas, you have no way of getting anywhere near a Shiva's because you don't farm on that hero.
I think you do. Like Fire Spirits is a really good farming tool. They use
Beaver's
egg
going to
top.
drop here. He's got a heal going on him. It's just
He's gonna be
about going to
okay.
keep him alive.
Yeah. An egg used, so big committal.
Yeah, it looked quite good, and then they just didn't quite have enough to keep them there.
Turnaround
Steven
fight.
purges the Atos there, and he's just going to run Nelson down.
Well, I think he disjointed it, right? Because the transform's still like the old transform that Lone Druid used to have.
Yeah, I mean, it was either like a dodge or a very fast.
They're just gonna chase with these drums.
Nathan's getting run down here. Oh my god, it's so much damage. Like the Alchemist plus the Slardar.
Yeah, Spectre's in.
The AC. Trying to lose trades. Oh, the Hand of Gods
Oh.
turns it again.
And the mech as
Bigos
well.
looked like he was
and
going to die.
the Holy Locket. That's a buyback.
Radiant's top
Phew.
tower is
This game turned real quick.
15k net worth leads, and it's not all like if you take the Alchemist down to where the Spectre is, there's still like a 5k lead for Dire. Like this is quite the turnaround from them. They played really well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Radiant have had distractions with Ellie's PC issues, but like you can't take it away from Dire how well they've played, and
Yeah, they reacted
getting back
to
into this game.
Radiant's. I think Radiant's overaggression really well and just like fought them with their big items and just snowballed super hard off the back of it, and not giving Radiant any chance now to get back into the game. I guess the big question is, can Underlord and High Ground turn this into a true IDL game, or will we just have a stomp from here on out?
Yeah, tune back in 45 minutes, everyone, and we'll see what tier 5 items they get.
Yeah, this Viper's fallen off so hard with the buyback as well. Klopp has a BKB now and he's still basically made no progress to his. But
Hopefully
Spectre's...
Radiant can just sort of reset their minds and just try and be like, okay, so this is the state, forget what happened in the early game, let's get some farm on our Spectre, let's try and get the items we need to take fights and defend high ground, and we'll just try and stall the game as long as we can.
Yeah, I mean, if Spec can get this Diffusal up, they're still going to be pretty strong. And there is no Blink initiate. Slardar went for the Shadow Blade to initiate, so... Nikros dive comes through, damage out on Slardar. Ollie's in. And they've used like Trial as well, but the egg's a bit far away. Steven BKBs though, so it's not too bad. They've still got Spectre Haunt available, I think. And this is the Underlord High Ground.
Diffusal.
Alk's like,
he's
got an Aegis, but he's used everything else.
Summary. So much damage.
Yeah.
Beagle's taking a lot of damage to the Spectre illusion.
Steven has nothing here, like his team needs to save him.
She's
going
going
to turn and fight. Gets the 2-man stun, they might kill the Spectre, they get the Underlord out. Viper's just cannoning, but is now out of mana. That's pretty good for them, I think, right?
Yeah,
like,
very good hold.
They hold the high ground, they cost them no more buybacks. And Spectre's got Diffusal from Manta. Did she have Diffusal in that fight? I don't think she did.
No, she didn't. She didn't finish it until afterwards.
And like, the enemy heroes were nearly dying already, so the next taunt could be really big. Then now the thing is, how do we get out the base and get some of this map back while we have 40 seconds without Alchemist? Would be nice if I mean, Slider's got Heart keyed up, which he's just farming. Not totally clear on. Combine Aghanims for like that effect, right?
On who, sorry?
Slider did have Axe queued, I thought, but he seems to have switched that. I was gonna say, like, if Slider can get like Solar Crest or something, maybe Mike's making it. I know he likes to make it. No, he's making pipe. Like Solar Crest on this Alk would be pretty strong.
Yeah, like Solar and Lotus on the Alk, so it's harder for Radiant to kill him.
Yeah, I think if anyone wants a heart, it might be Alchemist. I've heard pretty good things about that. Well, by heard I mean seen pretty good things. I think OG lost to Viking UG Alk with a heart. The regen amp is just pretty good.
He needs to be careful here. Gonna pop the train ult for him.
Yeah, they use each other aggressively, but he is gonna go down. He does have buyback though. Keats is like just very much, I see hero, I'm gonna just ult them and get this kill. Just working pretty well for them.
I think I like that approach in the early game. At this sort of stage, I'd like, how crucial is overgrowth to the team fight is the question. So if you're using it for solo pickoffs, like that's saying to me that Keats doesn't think that they need it to win fights.
Yeah, I
and
think
he'd rather have like a 4v5 than have overgrowth.
I think you're like spot on. Like I think because of how tree works, right? It's hard to get as you go high ground a good overgrowth without a blink dagger.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're defending, then you want to save it for those fights. But like since they're trying to be aggressive, you kill lets us maybe get Roshan, maybe lets us poke high ground a bit. But I think they're being a bit wary into this Underlord because Nelson's fully committed to tree clearing as well with the spider legs.
Yeah. What it has brought them is the map control back that they lost when they got pushed out of bottom. Like they've fully re-invaded the dire jungle here.
Yeah.
And Steven's now farming their triangle, so Ellie's having to go into the dire jungle herself and sort of skip past the dire block.
Yeah, which makes it pretty hard for the rest of Radiant's heroes to get gold.
Yeah, there is one hero farming, and it is Spectre.
I mean, it's the hero they need to hope wins them the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Slider sprinting forward. He has a break blade. Makes sense why he went Shadow Blade now. For some reason I didn't twig. Now he's going for Heart. Which I'm not convinced by. We'll see.
Dire's top tower.
But yeah, they've got the break for Spectre now, so
Can't do nothing
if he
about Dire's
has to
structures
save it,
right
so it's
now.
not an initiation item, right? It's an item that he's just gonna have to press.
Yeah.
If he can
I
get
guess
an
he
axe,
just runs in.
I don't know who Alqua's buying an axe. He's nearly got it. Depending on who he gives that to, it could be pretty dangerous. I
Who do
shoot.
you think's getting it?
I don't know. They got like Trees is good, Quops is good, Slide is very good. I think
Abyss
it's-
onto the Phoenix. It's just that nice pick off. Steven saw him through the trees and jumped on him. And that is a big component of Radiant's high ground D push. Taken out.
Yeah. Nick's not opted for the. I know he's not a fan of it, I think, but like he's not opted for the Meteor Hammer thing that's
Dire's
been
top tower. You know the drill.
a bit more common recently. Last few days in this Omega League
Dire's
thing.
top tower's
But I think that's more of a core Phoenix item. I don't know. Somebody that's paid more attention, I'll have to
Sardar's
tell.
looking for Ellie here.
Gets them. She thinks she's just gonna be dead. She gone to the mic. So she's
Mike
actually
wasn't
fine.
paying attention?
I think Mike was
Or
maybe
maybe he
scared.
was worried about. Yeah, maybe he was worried about the Radiant team.
Because the rest of his team had run top pretty quickly, and that Spectre is going to kill him. 2 games in the series are the first games in Season 18 where both teams had a win probability of over 80%.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the way to have that is pick Spectre and then lose the game. Right, let's see where this is going. Alchemist. It's gone on to someone. Or it's on the courier. It's on the courier. Is it global you use the axe?
I don't think it is actually. No, it's not.
Is it Moonshard is, right, I think. He must they must value this axe whoever they give it to pretty highly because he's definitely not 6-slot on this Alchemist.
No.
I hope his plan isn't to
Oh,
hold it.
Pickles just ran into Roche as it spawned. Had his timing absolutely spot on.
He's giving it to someone. He's giving it, I assume, to Biggles. No?
Yeah, it's gone to Quap.
Not to Quap. Okay.
I've got to say, I would kind of like it on Biggles because that enables you to kind of sit there on the high ground and be very, very hard, if not impossible, to kill with this heart as well.
Yeah, if he has Heart and Aghanims, he's going to be pretty tanky. Is Steven making another one next, or is he going back for an item himself?
Guess what's happening?
Doesn't have anything
queued up.
Tower.
Spectre might be in danger now. Runs down, but that's not going to save. Oh, he doesn't break!
Soon. Can she get out? Oh no, they've managed to Orchid her. On the bash again.
Yeah, I mean, Biggles didn't get the break there. I assume he didn't have bash charge. They wanted the stun first, but yeah, it did not matter at all. He's got enough health to not worry about it.
That was nice layering of the disables from Quap and Biggles there.
Yeah.
Quap has picked up a Hex.
Yeah, it's just looking real difficult for the Radiant now. Like, they're trying to kill a Chen who's just...
Chen's just literally like taking 0 damage. I didn't see his health go below max at all.
I think he had the Piper active up as well. So.
Had the pipe up, he had the Treant heal up.
Got
I'm pretty
30
sure
health
the
regen.
Fool Assassin did more damage to him than the Underlord did.
Yeah. They've killed the Spectre, they have an Aegis. This feels like time to be doing
Radiant
things.
do not want to be outside their base right now. Other than like, if
one
you're
hero
split pushing
can
or
do
farming
top,
the enemy
maybe.
jungle. Yeah.
Nathan doesn't want to show, he's just doing waves and he's off home.
So this make like the silver edge on the Slardar looks really good in this context where they're like having to keep all the waves pushed in, deal with the split pusher, because Slardar with that so mobile you can't see it coming, and then it gives you a way to kill the Spectre as well.
Yeah. The break, I think swings it, because otherwise Blink is better value, but you need the break. You want this break. If Spectre ever gets 25 and you don't have break, it's going to be a rough game. But
yeah,
they have that answer now. And Spectre's got the Scar DQ'd, which helps against the Alchemist. Goes through BKB. Smoke up.
just the casual 35k lead for the Radiant now.
Yeah. So smoking to bottom, they're going to try and kill this Quap. Looks to be the plan, but seems tough kill. Ollie smoke breaks.
They know Keats is here. They see him.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the kill.
Overgrowth, but he is going to pay with his life. Quap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice egg to dodge it.
Oh. That is egg down.
Yeah, but it is tree down.
Dire are collapsing here. Is Ollie just
they
gonna TP out? Oh, wow.
God King of the Multiverse right there, Ollie Rowe.
He's got that same cloaking device that Ellie had last season.
I think Ellie could have done with it, yeah.
He could have done with it, yeah.
He's going back to push top. I think you
Yeah,
have to...
this is the right play. Like, it feels scary, but you have to do it.
Yeah, I think she's also, like, not saving buyback once she has Scardy Gold, right? I think you just go for it and hope that's enough.
Yeah, you have to, like, maximize your variance.
Slardar Heart Aghanim's plus 150 health regen per second.
To be honest, I think the awkward part is that I think Spectre is the one hero that saving buyback on in this situation is valuable because of the buyback haunt. Like if she plays aggressively here and like shoves the waves out and they get her, and then like they need to take a fight, she's got that buyback haunt to actually impact it no matter where it happens.
Yeah, I guess more if you want to do something, then you buy out the Scardy. If you want to split push, then yeah, you keep the buyback, right? That's going to be I think the decision making. But if you're just going to split push, then you have to have the buyback because the Slardar's shown to be a threat.
So Dire have Timeless Relic and Leveler. Yikes.
Seems pretty good. Alchemist still holding the flicker for now. Not sure that Dispel's that good for him. Over.
It's okay against the Orchid. Means he doesn't have
so.
to pop BKB.
Just, you could end up really out of position, I think is more the...
You could do, but then you just BKB.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can you flicker out of the pit?
No, you can't. Aegis down. He's got Butterfly keyed on Alchemist.
He must have given someone else an Agnum's.
Yeah, Slardar
He's
has
got way
one.
too little gold. Okay.
150 health regen and Puddle. 100 out with just Heart. And they are looking for a go. But Ellie's come back home.
Did she buy out? No, she's not bought out. Does she?
Fully bought out. Yeah, no, she has not. So I don't necessarily think that I want this game to last too long, right?
I'm liking the way Biggles is thinking, because he's got the leveler now, and he's gone back for the boring old BKB. He had a Moonshot queued up, which I thought was going to be very spicy.
Yeah, I mean,
Go for the perma bash build.
he's already got a lot of attack speed. I assume Al could buy him one at some point.
Well, no, you want one in your inventory, like replace
Yeah,
this
yeah.
drum. It's so much more attack speed when it's still an item as compared to like when you can achieve it.
Yeah,
Make another go with Keats.
tree again.
Yeah. You know, it's a strong commitment, but it's kind of the best they can do at the moment. So.
I mean, they don't have to use any spells for it, so as long and they have enough ways to kill trees, so it's not the worst for them. It buys them this jungle back, right? Which I think they want these jungle items. Prince's knife is pretty good. I assume Nathan will use, yeah. Ellie has a Minotaur horn, which is pretty nice. A lot of pinging. They're gonna make it go on this Slardar. That's a tough kill with a heart. Especially
That's not happening.
without like a catch item on the Phoenix. Did they not? They didn't. I thought they got a net. I'm imagining that they did not get a net. It's a replay.
They have an unused Shaco and Flicker. I'd kind of like to see the Shaco on someone.
Spectre's
Maybe
probably the
Phoenix.
best one.
Could be, yeah, it could be Spectre as well. Although Minotaur Horn is nice for Spectre because then you can purge stuff with Manta and then you've got the Minotaur Horn as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they didn't have break, I would like the Shaco a lot on Spectre because it's a lot of damage, but they already have break to deal with dispersion, so it's not so good. Nathan has BKB 4,000 gold. But yeah.
Queued up an Aghanims.
It's a lot of slow. It gives them a lot of ways to kite this Alchemist, but I assume he has Abyssal, so he can just kill the Viper. His whole team's gonna have Ags in like by 50 minutes. So by the time tier 6 neutral items, they can get that Trident bought instantly with 5 Moon Shards, 5 Ags. And hopefully at that point maybe end the game.
They're being very patient on the Dire team. Well, I think they sort of saw the D push that they had from Underlord and Phoenix, and they're just like, okay, fine, we'll just check you out.
Slardar has a blink, blinks onto the Phoenix. It's gonna kill him? No, the egg comes
The
out.
egg off.
And they're gonna kill the Slardar in response. They're on the Viper though. Viper pops the BKB. Big Phoenix egg stuns onto 2. Alchemist jumps up, jumps onto the Viper. Should easily kill the Viper.
There's nothing they can do to fight him at this point.
Spectre in the back trying to kill. Gets the Chen. Viper buys back. Oh, where's the Alchemist?
BKB's out.
Trying to run away.
Trying to
Get
fight
the Phoenix.
Quib. Just getting kited around.
Alch self-stunned. Will he
Well,
get...
treat him with the double meteor hammer.
Oh my god, this
It's not going to be enough to
get.
get him out, but that was Pog.
So what's that end up being? A 3 for 2?
3 for 2 with the buyback.
Buyback on the Viper.
That's really good for the Radiant.
I mean, it is. The buyback's pretty big though. If Nathan gets jumped on next fight, that could be the game. But like Ellie didn't die is a big thing, and just gotta kill the backliners. 3.7k health with this Skadi. He's got the Basher next. And yeah, I mean, if you get to 6 slotted on the Spectre, she will beat the Alk. But will she beat the Alk and the Slardar and the Quap?
Yeah, I think that's the issue that they're gonna have. I get the sort of line of thinking on the Viper Aghanims, but I don't know if it's the item.
She's got to smoke.
Because, like, what's you need to stop what happened in that fight happening to you, and it doesn't help with that.
Yep, that's true. I don't know how you buy Eon Disc. They didn't get a magic lamp this game, right?
Oh. Is Lincoln's insane?
What breaks
I
it? I
guess,
think
I
Slardar
guess it's
breaks
kind of
it
bad.
too
It's
easily,
kind
yeah.
of bad. Yeah, he got Slardar and clinks to break it.
I think Aeon's okay.
Yeah, Aeon could be okay.
But feels like you don't have enough items to buy the Aeon disc yet. But I don't hate the X. So just straight into Roshan. And I don't think Radiant can do anything about it.
I don't think Radiant want to. They're not ready to take a fight there, I don't think.
Alk has less items, and it's just got an Aghanims on, which they actively don't want. Because it makes Alk's Aghanims weaker later on.
Let's see if he denies it.
Oh, he's picked it up. Who on his team doesn't have Axe? Is it Chen?
I think
Chen.
it's just Chen now, yeah.
And they've not given it to Chen, so he's clearly got no implication of anyone using this. Can you sell the Axe Blessing up from Roche?
I thought you could deny it. Maybe you can't.
I mean...
Oh, I think you can. I think you can sell it.
You just denied it, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That feeling when you're so far ahead, Roshan gives you a 6,000 gold item, and you're like, no, I don't want this shit. Get out of my game.
This is trash.
Christ, 52k gold lead. Alchemist.
No
games.
beats Alchemist.
Yeah. Somebody
Well,
used
he
to
just
force
four-staffed himself backwards. Interesting.
Was he on the low ground? Or? I can't believe there's no towers tier 3 Z. Alchemist is taking a lot of damage. Horn comes out. Eggs down.
Eggs up.
Alchemist is going for it. He's
Not
just
gonna get it.
not getting it at all. He's done nothing. That's...
Egg is down. And BKB.
Can they kill him? They root into Hex. Oh my
Sunray doing
goodness.
so much. He's just dead.
They did get a tower, but it doesn't seem like remotely worth it. That's your
He's just gonna
Alchemist.
fall as well.
The Spectre's
Can they
on
get
full.
Quap?
The
Quap
Fear,
silenced.
Fear comes out from the top 25. He has Blink away now. But yeah, you like... That was your Aegis push, and you took a tier 3 and killed no one.
47k lead. 48k lead.
It was 52 when they went up there. They have buybacks, I assume, on everyone on Radiant now? No,
Can't dive
Viper's
tier
still
4
cool.
to Egg Viper. That's a good point. They didn't just try and take a tier 3. They were like diving behind the racks.
Yeah. You just... Force egg and retreat is the only way you can play that, right?
Yeah. Pep Egg.
But like... I mean, Alk hit the tier 3 like once and was at half health from all the AoE magic damage. It's kind of difficult. And like, because
so,
of the Spectre, they have
you
pretty good
just
chase.
sit back and siege and you meteor hammer the tower. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to rush.
As Keats said, that's what happens when I rush. They just... I thought Alk was buying back
That
with that
Quap does
initiation.
very little now.
I mean, this is a Spectre with 4,000 health.
They
Anything with
stay,
this-
right? They're getting this tier 3.
I think they get the tower and then leave because they probably don't want to fight Alk in his base without Horn. But
Oh, he's
apparently,
going for it.
Was that Hex?
The Uber's coming out.
No, they left the Spectre. He got feared. Oh no, the Underlord got feared. The Underlord got feared by Quapple, and the Spectre was stunned, so she didn't get feared.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's painful.
That must have been pixels!
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, so does she have buyback?
She does have buyback.
Yeah. So that's probably not, that's not game losing, but that is huge.
But she used Horn
She did use Horn.
in a panic, in a, I guess, attempt to escape anywhere.
Or Ellie with the mind game saying she can eat her ice cream now. Haha, don't have buyback, lol.
Oh, Phoenix is
Oh,
gonna
no,
have the buyback
Phoenix.
as well. Yeah. Now this
They
is
could be forced.
probably leave time, right?
Yeah, just accept what you've got, try and come back in. Keith's committing for the meteor hammer.
He is probably gonna regret that. I mean, that's 2 big buybacks, but and you lose a tree. So now Radiant don't want to leave the base for 8 minutes.
Dire are gonna wait for next Roshan. Probably gonna wait for tier 5 items.
Yeah. Tier 5 items.
I did say come back in 45 minutes when
You did.
we'll see what the tier 5s are. Oh dear.
Tier 5 items too long because then Ellie has buyback back. This is what I'm gonna discuss now. Is you get Roshan in 3 to 6 minutes, and then you go and end the game because that went really well last time you tried it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they could try not diving the racks.
And by then you'll have Moonshard, and you still don't have an Aghanims on Chen. What does it do? Lets you take Ancients.
Alright.
So that doesn't do... I mean, that's okay. But to be honest, what it does is it gives you Alchemist 30 attack speed and 6% spell amp, so that's why you buy it.
Yeah.
Is Alchemist replacing Radiance at any point?
I think he should.
Gotta be close to it, right?
Yeah.
What gives more damage? That's like Mjolnir, MKB, Satanic, Heart,
Thank you.
Travels to...
I think it'll be MKB.
Yeah, so I think.
Unfortunately, it's just so much better than all of the other damage items right now. It's just like always the answer to what should I buy if I need to do damage.
Assuming you have attack speed, yeah.
It gives you attack speed.
Yeah, but like... Not gonna say Spectre should build MKB very often. I mean, she is now building it.
Yeah, just queued up, yeah.
I think, you know, Alchemist has evasion, so you do eventually need it, but not a traditional MKB builder. Attacks very slowly, scale, has very little edgy gain. Ooh, they're far out here. This could be a blink from Slardar, but now he's running to mid. Walks under a dire Ob Sentry.
Yeah, the awkward thing for Slardar is if he's running around with the Silver Edge, he kind of doesn't want to blink in, because
Yeah,
you
he
want to
can't
get
break.
the Silver Edge proc.
Yep. I mean, what's the cooldown on that? It's 22 and it lasts for 14. So if you wait towards the end of it, it's only 8 seconds you have to
jump in.
somehow single-handedly control someone for.
Yeah.
As a
Just
Slardar.
kite the Spectre and reapply it when you can.
Yeah. Attack speed's pretty good. 0.5. Stuns 1.3. There's 0.7, assuming Spectre has no status resistance, which she doesn't. This game is slowing down pretty hard. Nathan's going back for this Hurricane Pike now. He does no damage. Just like none. I mean, I might be not quite right, but it doesn't feel like a lot is coming out of this Viper. What is tree? This is bad for
Steven's just walked into bottom. He's disarmed. He's pitted.
He's nearly dead.
Radiant's top
Let's
tower.
use the Trian. Save him. They know he's there. Are they gonna get him?
No, he jukes them.
Oh, smart play by Keats, running the opposite way.
He's walking. He's running.
He just walked across.
Keats. You need to kill these trees, guys. This one. There we go. That's one down. Okay. They didn't even get mid-rax during that time. Ellie is in danger.
I think she's okay. She got TP.
Yeah,
She could always Minotaur on TP.
feels safe enough.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good way to get that wave out, get some more gold in. But there is a lot of the map you can't go on as a Radiant hero right now. You need a gem.
This game for Radiant is if they ever win a fight, they are going directly down mid. They are not hitting that racks. They are hitting tier 4s and trying to end.
But there's still
So
buybacks
they-
on all the dire heroes, right?
Indeed, but it means that you only really care about this mid lane in
Yeah.
terms of like, you know, getting rid of the eyes in the forest and shit like that.
Yeah, other than the ones inside your own base. You should probably kill those.
Yeah, you probably should get rid of them if you can.
There's another one top. Keats must be loving life. How long before you have to get a gem though on Radiant, realistically?
I think as soon as you want to leave your base, you need one.
Yeah. Just buy a Necro 3. It's much cheaper.
Well, I mean,
And
you know,
doesn't
Book
die
of
to
the
a
Dead
trio.
in 5 minutes, could get it.
Christ. Oh my god. Roshan spawns in
Google
50
BKB
seconds.
timer is at 10. He hasn't used it.
1200 GPM for Steven.
A soldier's fortune.
65k net worth lead. Not that means really anything anymore. It's all about buybacks.
Yeah. How long have we got on those? Ellie's is in 1.5 minutes, so this Roshan has been a pretty long spawn from the looks of things, and it's kind of messed them up pretty badly. Steven level 30 nearly.
I guess the 30 is pretty good on Alchemist because his talents are all good. Like he gets extra chemical rage regen, extra unstable concoction damage, and lower cooldown on unstable concoction, as well as like 20 damage, which is kind of insignificant, but the rest of it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is the Viper 25 talent, right? That's still not in play.
That's gonna be
Phoenix
good.
25 talents, not in play.
Yeah, can't wait for him to be able to poison attack buildings.
Keats is here again. What a loony.
How does he just like blink between the little tree clumps?
Yeah, I think so. They see this tree, right? Oh my god, he's getting the tower. He's getting the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And he's doing the same play!
How can they not see that?
They did, but they can't
Oh, they
catch
see
it.
it.
Oh, Ellie. Oh no, he's missed!
No, he's run past. Oh no.
Oh, this is amazing. They get Roshan during that. Is Keats' plan to do the same on this side now?
Was immortality
Oh,
for both of us?
Ellie? He's blinked out. There we go.
Okay, he gets punished for his
The rat has been exterminated.
still amazing. I hope somebody clip that play. That's gonna be up there. It's like 56-30 if anyone goes back in the VOD. So it's a 70k gold lead now. Dota Plus has the win probability at 62% for the Dire.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Buyback's back on Spectre. Still no gem. Assume these
All
are
buybacks up.
Yeah. I guess this net worth is just not relevant anymore. No one needs to see that
anything.
Alchemist has 60,000 gold.
It's literally XP and buybacks, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So there is the 25 on Viper now. Phoenix has about a whole level left to go. Ollie's not going to be getting them anytime soon.
I assume the plan is probably Phoenix gets it with the 60-minute book. God, these dives, like... You could get tree-ulted if you were alive and die. But like when he's alive, you could get tree-ulted and die for those.
Yeah.
Ellie's forward. Looks like we got a push coming in. 58 minutes. It's like that DK versus IG from TI3, which the Korean casters did, where we get things like the scan line. Oh, they're smoked. Smoke on Radiant.
Oh, something's happening. I'm excited. Biggles!
Biggles is in!
Biggles went in!
And is out. Okay. Well, something happened. Ellie's still up. Has used Manta, so probably wants to chill out a bit. Nelson.
I cannot believe that Biggles went in, didn't BKB, and survived.
Yeah.
Both of those things are madness to me.
How did he know they were there? Did he just like walk into them?
I think he's popped the smoke on one of them, and then he decided to blink in and go for it.
Smokes again.
In again. Oh, Ollie just gets deleted. Fly back.
There's
Egg
Egg.
out.
The root alchemist in a lot of trouble. Ellie dodges Quapsol. Yeah.
Oh, he just takes so long to die.
Ellie's
Chen's
in.
very low. Ellie's chasing the Chen, but I don't think you care.
Why just hit the alchemist?
Phoenix has been embezzled. Getting low. Steven's down.
Dead.
Steven buys back.
They have buyback on all the. Oh no, Ollie's dieback, right? Ollie dies back.
Yeah, Ollie died back.
Nathan's
Phoenix
used everything. They
rebuy,
use the cheese on the Slardar. BKB is down. Alchemist has no ult. They just decided to go. That's 60 minutes. Go get your items.
Get the tier 5s. Come on.
Get like
where's
one
Apex?
tier 5 and just win. They're in onto Viper. Viper does not care. Root on the Slardar. Nick dives deep. Slardar's gonna
dies.
die. They do get a
Giving
rack.
me kittens. Rebuy on the Slardar. Like, they've decided this is it. We're just like, we're going. Don't care.
Oh, they got an ancient Thunderhide for Chen. They finally got the last one. They're gonna get these mid racks probably. There's a laser beam taking all of your health off, but they're getting onto the Phoenix. He bought back already, right? He did.
Yeah, this is
He's
Phoenix
dead.
back.
Slardar also in danger. Quib rooted. Slardar's gonna run away because of his puddle. So, oh, Alchemist died.
What? I didn't see. What? What the hell? When did that happen?
I guess Ellie just killed him? No, Nelson killed... What? Nathan ripped him apart in one route.
Oh my god. Viper glicked him. Imagine glicking.
So, have they won? What happens now?
What? They need to go and do something.
They're
Why is Ellie
going to
hitting?
get items.
They're going for the
items.
neutrals. Okay, they're going for neutrals. Right,
They get
okay.
force boots. But like, sure, you know, Steven just bought back.
Didn't make it.
Do they not know?
Radiant's courier.
Book of the Dead.
Poor little fella.
Radiant Courier died. Ellie has an empty slot.
Book of the Dead, such like a fucking disappointment. As a tier 5. No.
Tusk has a BKB now. Ellie haunts.
Where's she going?
Going for Quap and Slardar. Slardar broke the Underlord, but is
They just
in
can't
the
knock him
river.
down. He's ridiculously fast.
Ellie's chasing on. Diffusal used, but yeah. They're wasting a lot. They're wasting this 100
no.
seconds that Alk was dead.
They really don't know.
And all they've got to show for
they-
it is a bucket.
They just
of
can't
it.
know that he's died back.
They must. They killed him and then he came back to the base. Seer Stone, no, that's the worst item in the game. I mean, it's very good on a small section. Apex, okay.
There we go. That's
An
now we're
item.
talking.
Radiant.
That's
Stygian.
not quite a Stygian
Now we're
Deathlighter though. Which is gonna go on the Alchemist, I assume. Well, he has Force. He has Flicker, yeah, I assume he's taking
There's
the
no way
Stygian.
Nathan didn't know he killed the Alchemist.
Is it-
Yeah. I'm trying to make sense of what they're doing though. It doesn't make sense.
And then they haunted and didn't, like... Ellie
Yeah.
Ellie has something on her courier which must be pretty big because she has an empty slot. Still has buyback, Christ. What is this game? Please end.
Oh, I want it to carry on. I'm loving it. It's great.
Yeah, but I've got work tomorrow.
Look at the Dead on Phoenix. Ollie's finally gonna upgrade his fantastic Ironwood tree at 63 minutes into the game. Let's see what he's getting.
Seer Stone.
Getting the Seer Stone. Nice.
Not sure that's the greatest Tusk item.
I mean, there's a Minotaur Hornal or a Shaco. But,
Or
you
an
know,
orb or a Mindbreaker. But
it is one more though. It is tier 5, so there is that.
I mean, what does Cash Range do? Like on Snowball, it's got to be okay. We actually just back. Like Radiant, like Dire can't get stronger, right? Unless they buy a rapier. The fact that Steven hasn't bought a rapier yet is like not what I believe of Steven. Like Ollie is outside of the base, force-staffing a tree.
So Steven's gone for the force boot so that he can get an extra item slot, I guess. The
I think
Stygian's gone on the
the
Slaughter.
Dispel's pretty strong as well.
Yeah.
It actually gets him out of the route, which Flicker wasn't doing.
Yeah, that is nice.
And importantly, they have the better mid lane racks now because they got both, whereas Radiant only got one.
The slightly stronger melee creep's gonna make all the difference.
Yeah. What is Steven? Is everyone on his team got a moon shard? Yeah. Keats doesn't have a moon shard. Slardar doesn't have a Eaton moon shard, which Alchemist can buy for him. They're waiting for the next rotation. Spectre. What is on Spectre's courier? This is the mystery. Did she get anything on it, or is it just this casual hyperstone to replace the drum? Because the scary thing is, right? You're like maxed out. You're 100,000 gold ahead, give or take 25,000, which, let's face it, is irrelevant.
Oh, it was
Spectre's
MKB.
not
It was MKB.
It's
on this one.
MKB. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So who knows, man? It's not past Steven's bedtime because he hasn't bought Rapier yet. He did replace the Radiance with the Mjolnir, not the MKB. Spectre's by herself. By herself, I mean there's a Phoenix behind them, which makes you immortal.
Quib has the Fallen Sky. So yeah, neutral item check. Alchemist has gone for the Force Boots. Treant has the Seer Stone. Quib on the Crop has Fallen Sky. Stygian on the Slardar, as we mentioned, and the Telescope still on Chen. And for the Radiant, we have the Seer Stone on Tusk. We have the Book of the Dead on the Phoenix. We have Force Boots on the Underlords. Apex on the Spectre, and then finally Prince's Knife on Viper.
Crop has 10,000 gold.
Rapier.
Buyback cooldown. Buyback costs 4,071 gold. So she can't even buy out with 10,000 gold an item. They're onto the Underlord and they just killed two.
Oh, obliterated.
DD rune.
No buyback on the Phoenix is still a minute away. Ellie's getting destroyed. The attack speed is insane.
Yeah. That DD rune, and they were busy all chatting, and they got jumped up.
It was just like
He's in. Viper's
diving forward.
Viper's got to buy back like now. I don't think it's over. 3-man stun from the 4-staff. Expect to die back. That's game. Finally. 100,000 gold. Literally almost. We're almost at that point.
GG is called by Ollie. Oh,
Why did
wow.
that not happen like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Slardar is just like annihilating people now.
Yeah, he has the Moonshard and
The
stuff.
Stygian.
Oh, and the Stygian as well.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like when they just all ran at Radiant, they couldn't deal with it.
I mean, to be fair, he did have a DD rune that time.
Yeah. So yeah, Sam was pointing out that Quib did not die in that entire game.
Yeah.
Which, given how his lane went, is kind of nuts. I mean, let's look at the graph, because I'm pretty sure Quib was like 5th at 10 minutes or something, if that. Oh, my graph's a bit bugged.
Yeah, the graph's broken.
Yeah, he was like 6th at 10 minutes, I think, and he's gone 15-0. Ended up with a 50k net worth. That's pretty mad.
Yeah.
That's what you call a recovery.
Yeah. Just a bit overeager on the Radiant to win the game, I think, and then turtled around and probably like it's still like insane that they got the dieback on Alchemist and did nothing.
I can't understand that play. I'd be interested to see what they have to say about what they did then. Like maybe they were just going for the tier 5s.
That doesn't.
But like you can do that as well as like you can push
You
out
can throne.
at the
You're
same time.
100 seconds without ALK. I don't. 5v4.
Yeah.
Surely you can throne. I mean, maybe you've used some spells, but there's no ALK.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just. I'm sure there's reasoning. It just. From where we're sitting as omnipotent observers,
Yeah.
seems very difficult to understand. But yeah, so clean 2-0.
Yeah. 2-0
Clean
to
maybe a
Beaver
bit.
Revolution. So
Okay.
that leaves league table for the first week with Beaver and we got the Chappers equal at the top with 2 points each. Then next up we have Tinkershake Kunker Tide and Baronet Gnader's Dead Mouse Stunners 5-5 and both on 1 point. And then we have the two losing teams from first week, One Mid again and God Kings of the Multiverse. On 0 currently, but I'm sure they will be racking up some points in not too long.
That's a it's a bold decision. I think that we're all going to pick up points.
Well, I mean, if the real losers from week 1 are furries too. I mean, didn't even show up. What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah. Sorry, they've got a bye this week. Oh no, sorry. Wait, what?
They didn't even show up.
Yeah, they've
Didn't
got a
even
bye
show up.
next week, so they'll be okay. Two easy points for them.
We're not doing the points for buys thing, are we?
No, they're playing my team.
Oh right, okay. Morale good in your team then.
I think it's fine. I just
Chat shit, get quibbed, says Pi. Love
Yep.
it. Pizza confirming that morale is indeed fine. Just gallows humor. Cool. Well, anything else you want to say about that game? Well, that series. I mean,
don't think too much. Right. Pretty well fought games overall. The Steve and Mike lane proving as daunting as many people.
So I think that was kind of I kind of liked the decision to try and get Ellie a good lane, but the counter point to that was that it meant that Steven had a very low pressure lane with an alchemist, which gave him the ability to really pop off in terms of the GPM. So you're always kind of on a bit of a timer in terms of like when he's gonna spike, if that's the trade-off you make in the laning stage. So I think the main issue was the fact that they played so aggressively in a situation where they just wanted to, like, I think the aggression taking all 3 tier 1s was really good. After that, like,
yeah, they
just
tried to
kept
force that tier 2
pushing.
just as Alt got Radiant's BKB.
Yeah, they just kept pushing
And they
beyond
had,
the point
like,
at which they could.
Yeah. It's
And
really
you
hard
just
to
wanna-
like know what that point of we have to now wait for our next items
Yeah.
is.
Like it is hard to, because they knew, like, I think at the point that they were trying to push that tier 2 mid, like Biggles was sat with a like Treads Midas, and Quib had like one part of Orchid. So like you want to pressure those heroes and deny them the space to catch up. But at the same time, like as soon as the ALK is ready to fight, you just can't. Because you're fighting effectively with 4 heroes because your Spectre is still in catch up mode.
Yeah. Or at least relative to the Arc, I think. I don't think Spectre was ever doing that badly from the looks of the graphs. Like,
No, that's why, like, they gave Spectre a game by laning it as they did, but yeah, the trade-off and then the subsequent play wasn't quite lined up.
Yeah.
So I think it was fine what they did. They just needed to really play accordingly, and they didn't quite manage to do that. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to say on that one. Well played to Beaver Revolution. Very impressive 2-0 against a team who looked very, very good in 18A and are unchanged. So